Hello, I'm Patrick Durkin. I'm the CEO of the Wellness Enterprise, and we are the importers of the Cosmic Tower from Germany to the United States and North America. And we are still learning about the Cosmic Tower, and as such, we really appreciate it when people share their experiences with us. After all, creating harmonic energy fields is not something that is well understood and well documented, and there's nothing better than a firsthand experience to help others understand what's going on. We received an email this week that was fantastic from somebody who had used a Cosmic Tower in Australia. And so we reached out and contacted Eloise, that's her name, and had a conversation with her. Before we share the conversation with her, I'm going to read to you the email that she sent to us. I feel like she articulated her words very well and made her points very succinctly and directly. And I don't think I could do better than the words she put on the page. So I'm going to read those to you. And then we'll add on to the end of this video, my conversation that I had with her. So without further ado, this is Eloise's experience with the Cosmic Tower as relayed through an email to the Wellness Enterprise in January of 2023. Hi, Patrick. Thanks so much for replying to my email. I hope one day large towers will be able to come to Australia, although it sounds like it would need a committed distributor like yourselves. Pardon this extremely long email. I'm excited to talk about the tower with anyone that understands, as I'm all alone with this discovery in Australia. My German relatives brought my mother a Cosmic Tower 15. That's the 15 centimeter one, which is the very small one, and that is smaller than any of the ones that we're bringing into the United States. Okay, brought my mother a CT15 about 2 months ago when they were visiting, and she decided it was amazing and lent it to me. I thought she was a little crazy when she brought it over and told me it was going to help me. I'd never heard of one, and I sort of wrote it off as yet another strange new technology gadget that's a waste of money. She left it in my living room on my dinner table and said to try it out. So to be plainly honest, I forgot about it for about a week. However, during that first week, things started to change in my household. I noticed, for a start, a general feeling of calm descended upon my husband, children, and dogs. And I felt more peaceful within myself, a deep sense of centeredness, the type of feeling one has after 15 minutes or so of deep meditation. I found myself being less bothered by things and less easily triggered by people. Everyone in my house seemed to be getting in really well. An air of harmony was about. My dogs have separation anxiety, especially when going to the groomers. They usually bark and carry on whining the whole time, just turning into quiet, mellow dogs. Just turned. I'm going to try this again. My dogs have separation anxiety, especially when going to the groomers. They usually bark and carry on whining the whole time. Just turned into quiet, mellow dogs and enjoyed themselves when they were taken to get groomed, which was a first. The groomer was so pleasantly surprised, as every groom for the past year has been hell for the dogs. They just hate it usually. I'm also a shamanic practitioner, and I help people with lots of different spiritual problems. Often, people have spiritual attachments of various types, sometimes very serious things like multiple demons and entities and so forth. Anyway, that week I noticed something very different with my clients and my own practice. For one, my energy field was always clear every time. She emphasized every time I checked it. I do that multiple times a day usually. I didn't have anything to cleanse energetically after sessions, which sometimes can be quite cumbersome and also tiring. Secondly, clients weren't presenting in sessions with any low entity attachments. The healing sessions were much less challenging, which was a huge change. As I realized positive changes were occurring, I started to bring the tower into my treatment room to observe the effects on me and my clients during my sessions. And what I noticed next was profound. When clients booked in for sessions, I'd assess them and find out they have, for example, a serious entity attachment. But as soon as they come to my treatment room, the entities would disappear and be non-detectable. And then after leaving my treatment room, they would remain clear every time I checked their energy field. So it seemed the tower was not only banishing these energies from my space, but also dissolving them for good. Last year, I asked my spirit guides for more resourcing and help if I'm to sustain my practice as a healer, to help with my energy levels as the intensity of the clearings and healings had increased significantly. I've been waiting for the resources to arrive, literally. I think the Cosmic Tower is the answer to that call. When I was investigating the effects of the towers, I decided I needed to know where the souls were coming from and to explore those dimensions to ensure it was all entirely from a place of unconditional love. So one day I did a shamanic journey to the place the souls call home. It was a very high dimension where I struggled a little bit to be present, but I managed to be there for about 30 minutes, enough time to ask questions and discern. And what I found was a profoundly peaceful place of unity, consciousness, and formlessness. In this dimension, a light being showed themselves to me, but explained they only took a human form to satisfy my expectation, as usually the place is utterly formless. They assured me they were of unconditional love and said they had been asked to assist humanity and they were following cosmic law. The rule is, for humanity, if we ask, they will help. They need permission for us to help in our world. They said the makers of the towers had asked them for help and they had agreed. So, satisfied with that, I came back and now know this tower and its energies are all based on pure frequencies of love and peace. So now I've had my mom's C15 for 4 weeks. That's the 15 centimeter cosmic tower. I'm able to focus more on other areas of deep healing and work other than these attachments, as they are now non-existent. I'm still waiting for my C25 to arrive. So she ordered a 25 centimeter cosmic tower, and she's about to purchase a cosmic tower 75, which is the 75 centimeter one. In client sessions, I get a lot more done and go deeper with the healing. I'm also aware that the spirit guides that assist my sessions are higher vibrational helpers, and it's obvious we're working in the 7th dimension and above, as opposed to the 5th dimension, which has better outcomes for my clients. I feel more energized with my work, which is so important for longevity and to avoid burnout, as I want to be in service long term. I'm also able to sustain my channeling for longer. The messages from spirit are clearer. I'm currently writing some channeled short stories about some crystal teachings, and I can hear the words to write more clearly and more easily with the tower in the room. When I purchased my Cosmic Tower 25 centimeter, the interesting thing that happened was 3 beings came to me in a dream state when I was resting. These I realized are the souls of my tower. This happened when it was shipped, and it's still on the way to me in Australia. These beings were tall and wearing blue vests, and they had the most peaceful, helpful energy I've ever felt. They said they would help with anything I'd like, and specifically, they are helping upgrade my energy body so my aura is strengthened permanently. I asked for a few things in regards to my spiritual work to keep my energy clear and my sacred spaces clear of intrusions. They visited me in my sleep several times. I feel they're helping my energy body permanently adjust to working in these higher frequencies that the tower offers. So that's the story so far, and I can't wait to see how the tower assists me with group work and group retreats. I'm also looking forward to talking more with the souls of the tower. I wish I had access to the German cosmic chats to find out more. I've since watched all the videos and found that my findings are really similar to other people's stories, which is very validating. I'd love one day to sit in the field of a Cosmic Tower 220, and wish for one in this area to help everybody and to assist nature and our Earth. But I'm happy at least I'm getting a Cosmic Tower 75 soon. So the question that I knew I wanted to ask you is, everything you wrote. What's the density of the population and the intensity of the electromagnetic pollution where you are?
Well, yeah, that's interesting because I'm in a country area, very low density population, and I'm in a property in a rural area, and I'm 8 minutes drive from a town, and the town's only got about 10,000 people. So we do have 5G towers in the towns, though, several all around, and we do have, everything like fixed wireless towers and mobile phone towers and all of that. So, yes, it is a bit more pure where I am. It's easier.
Yeah, thank goodness. Did you feel it when they put the 5G towers in?
No, I'm not sensitive to 5G at all. And the thing that I was really interested in the cosmic towers was for the assistance as a healer and
Huh,
for my work.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's so powerful, your experience, because you know what it's like to
Yeah.
support people on their healing journey, and you have a protocol and a system. And so to
Yes.
change that, like it was a little bit stunning to hear the
Mm,
magnitude of the changes with a 15
I
centimeter
know.
tower.
Yeah, I was really stunned. Like as I said to you before, I don't think this tower is going to do anything. Had it sitting in my home for a week, and then realized big changes were happening, and that's when I put it into the my healing room where I bring clients in to see how it would assist the healings. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because client after client, I was saying, I'm not having to clear myself for one, which sometimes I feel tired if it's a big session and I need to do a lot of energetic cleansing. And then the other one was constantly my energy was clear. So I check my energy a couple of times a day. So maybe if I go into a busy shopping center, I come home, feel a bit tired and think, oh, yeah, I just absorbed some of other people's energy. I need to clear it. I was just not really having much happen in that sphere. And then what I was finding when clients were coming in is the tower seemed to be doing a lot of work for me. So what I do often is a remote clearing for people before they come. So in the remote clearing session, I check their energy field for attachments and entities and all sorts of things that spiritual attachments, because people are usually coming with spiritual problems. And I would check that, okay, they've got stuff that needs to clear. And then they come into the session and I think, okay, we're going to deal with these things. And there's nothing to deal with of the lower vibrational energy attachments. So it's sort of like the lower vibrational entities and things that just, attach to your fears and attach to your to the emotions that, if you're feeling a bit stuck. And so the sessions would do other things. I
That's
wouldn't be wasting time working in the lower realms, I guess.
yeah.
So I was like, this tower is doing something. And then I thought to myself, okay, but maybe when they leave, those energies come back because maybe we're just in a special healing space with the tower. But when they left, I was checking their energy to make sure they're okay. And every time I check, they're fine, they're gone. So I just kept doing this as I had clients come in. I say, okay, that worked. All right, we'll just see with the next one what happens. And it's just kept the next one. No, we haven't done any clearing work really today. So my sessions would go on other things like ancestral pattern clearing, past lives. It wouldn't do that work. And bringing things in like soul. I'm a shamanic practitioner, so things like soul retrievals. I'm always doing soul retrieval, so retrieving disassociated lost parts. It's just a term I think people do in a lot of healing practice. We just bring back parts of yourself, right?
Yeah.
And just go deeper and focus on other things. So I just I find the whole field really supportive for myself, and for them too. So I concluded that, okay, after I started listening to Harald's lectures about how the tower works, I just realized, okay, so the fact that this is putting in a higher dimensional energy, like accessing seventh dimensional energy, eighth dimensional energy constantly, that must be why these lower entity beings just can't exist here. So without the tower, and I'm doing a healing session, I'm probably working in like fifth dimensional energy, fourth dimension, third dimension, and those are where those energies exist.
Mm-hmm.
So because the tower puts in a higher dimensional field of light or energy, this energy of peace and calm, it just pervades through everything. And that's the conclusion I drew. But that's just me working alone and not knowing a lot about the tower, just my own trial and error.
Yeah, right. So do you think that if somebody didn't know anything about the type of work that you did, didn't have any spiritual tools or
Yeah.
sophistication in that way, and they got a tower, that it would clear them? Or do you think it has to do with your practice too?
No, I think because my family I can see they're feeling the positive effects. They're very calm and peaceful. like they're enjoying this field that it creates. And my dogs even, I think I was telling you before, my dogs are really calm and I am too. So yeah, and what I did this weekend is I took my tower to my friend's place, is 2 hours drive away, to show it to her. She's very sensitive to energy. And I said, what do you think? And she said, it just feels really peaceful. Like this house feels very peaceful and really nice. And when I took it away to bring it home, she's like, oh, oh no, I really like that. So I think the benefits, there's so many benefits. I'm just really interested in the healing side because my work is challenging for me. You know, like I've been thinking last year, I need more resources, I need more support energetically. You know, I feel like I need more things to have my back, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I spend a lot of money on myself, keeping myself clear and getting healings for my own self so I can show up as a healer, right? I just think the tower cuts a lot of the need of that out because the tower provides a supportive field.
Yeah. Beautiful. Do you think when you go to the market or whatnot, like you leave the field of the tower, you're more likely to pick stuff up still?
Yeah. But I feel like over time, perhaps not. That's what I'm interested in because I've only had it 4 weeks. So I'm just interested to see if over time my field, my resilience, my aura strength builds with the tower or not.
It'd be also interesting when you eventually figure out how to get a 220 to Australia, right? Then you'll be driving to the market. You'll still be in the field of it.
Yeah.
And that'll be really interesting.
That'd be really interesting. I'm so interested to hear what other healers have experienced because, yeah, that's really important to me. Like things like that, you know, energetically sensitive people, empathic people that naturally pick up energies all the time, how they experience that in the realms of big towers and so forth.
Yeah, well, that's
really interesting to
part of why I was so excited to connect with you is because I'm the collector of those stories, and the storytelling has just started. So I wanted to get with you so I could tell your story to other people, and then that's gonna open up the dialogue. So for those of you, if we publish this and there's a video at some point and you're watching this and you have a story, please contact Patrick Durkin at the Wellness Enterprise and let me tell Eloise your story.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because I feel like we don't quite, we over time we'll understand more as to how useful they are. And it's very new for Australia. Like I don't know anyone here who's got one in Australia.
Yeah. Well, we're just bringing them into North America now. And, you know, one of the reasons that we are is because thousands of them have been distributed in Europe so quickly, just in 2 years' time. And so there's a lot of confidence building there. And we're just so excited to get our first container full and
oh my gosh.
And get those out and about.